This is crazy as San Jose Sharks GM Mike Grier makes a very shocking decision with a pending UFA. Plus, we have a huge update on Macklin Celebrini now that the Sharks season has come to an end. So you're not going to want to miss this episode of Sharks Digest. But before we get into today's video, we got to say that 58% of you guys watching this video right now aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you want to stay up on the latest Sharks news heading into a very busy offseason, make sure down below and hit that subscribe button. But Mark, we got a lot of big news today. Some things about Macklin Celebrini and what he's doing over the summer. But first, we got to talk about Mike Grier's plans with Alexander Georgiev. And from Shengpeng, one of the best San Jose Sharks reporters out there. Great follow on Twitter if you are a Sharks fan. He says Georgiev says Grier has told him that the Sharks are moving on from him and he's now a UFA. And we did get a very heartfelt message from him from Shengpeng as well on Twitter. If you want to pause it and read the whole thing here, he just basically thanks the fans, thanks to the city, and it just it's a very heartfelt message. He says he's grateful for all the fans that even when they were losing, they were lining up for autographs outside the stadium. It's a great message there from Georgiev. But, this is very interesting and a very shocking decision that this early on, I mean, the Sharks season did end just yesterday. So we're hearing now that he has been told that he is going to be a UFA. And, I mean, he didn't have the best tenure as a San Jose Shark, obviously getting traded for Blackwood in that big trade early on in the season, then coming over and having the nickname Georgiev by, letting in 4 goals a game, having an .875 save percentage. Wasn't the best career as a San Jose Shark, but you can't take it out all on him because the Sharks weren't winning games, and, you can't take it out all on the goaltender. But Mark, what do you think about this decision by Mike Grier? Do you think it was the right one?
Yeah, the biggest thing is, listen, we know Georgiev coming over from Colorado, he wasn't going to be a Shark for life unless he super impressed this management group. And as you've seen from the stats, he didn't really do that. With Georgiev, I could see this being a thing of Mike Grier saying, hey, we're going to let you know nice and early that we're not going to bring you back July 1st. This gives him a lot of time to go find his next NHL team to go to. And listen, Georgiev was fun and good on the New York Rangers. Going to the Colorado Avalanche, he had some good runs. He wasn't the best on the Sharks. He will find a new home, but I think the direction the Sharks are going in, this makes a lot of sense. Listen, Askarov is a goaltender of the future, the best goalie prospect in the National Hockey League for a reason. He's going to be the starting goalie going into next season, and maybe you look for more of a well-established backup goaltender or 1A, 1B goaltender going into next year, or this gives Mike Grier the opportunity to go into draft and maybe say, hey, does a team have a bad goalie they want to move on from? Can we take on a bad contract for more picks? Why not take on this player, use them as a project? Maybe you bring them in, make a trade. I mean, you can use assets to bring in new assets, but why not take a couple new assets to bring in a bad asset and try to work it out? Listen, the Sharks aren't going to win the Stanley Cup next year. We all know this, but I think Georgiev leaving does open the door a lot more for Askarov and more opportunity for the young Sharks goalies or for a new one.
Yeah, I like that point. It's exactly the thing that I think Mike Grier is thinking about in his mind is that we have, like you said, the best goaltending prospect in the NHL in Askarov, and a guy who's proven that when we put him in net for us, he has played phenomenal. He's played great in the AHL, so I think next year is going to be the year for his full transition to the NHL and being that starter for the San Jose Sharks, and he obviously can't do that while Georgiev is in the crease. So it's just like, one guy goes out, another guy comes in here. I do think Georgiev will land on his feet. Like you said, there's lots of teams in need of goaltending, like the Philadelphia Flyers. I think it's on the top of my list for going after a guy like this. So I hope the best for Georgiev in his future as a career. But, it's going to be great for Askarov, and we're going to get to see our boy finally have his full first season as a San Jose Shark. But we want to hear your guys' thoughts on this decision down below in the comment section. We're going to move into Macklin Celebrini, and Macklin Celebrini has won the Sharks Awards for Rookie Player of the Year and Player of the Year in general. I mean, this might not be a surprise to a lot of people because Macklin Celebrini, after the the Four Nations break, was lighting it up for this team, was on a rampant goal scoring pace and point pace for this team, and now obviously being recognized for that as being the Rookie Player of the Year and the Player of the Year for this team, and just putting his name up with some great Sharks players in the past that have won this award. Obviously, Timo Meier, a guy who was so good for this team over the years. Erik Karlsson, Logan Couture, shout out happy retirement to Logan Couture as well. Brett Burns, there's a lot of great names on this list, and Celebrini just adds his name to this mark. I mean, after having such a great season, 63 points in 70 games, I mean, you can't ask for much more out of an 18-year-old in the rookie season.
I mean, looking at Macklin Celebrini this year, it's insane to watch him be a San Jose Shark. This is going to be one of the best players in the league for years to come. He's not currently the best, but seeing his development not only on the offensive end, hurting himself to start the year and still coming back to put up this insane pace of points, goals, assists, everything in between with a lot of line mates that are the same age or just a few years older. This season has been outstanding for Celebrini, and I don't think a lot of casual fans around the NHL truly understand how good he's been. Listen, on the faceoffs, he was one of the best as a rookie ever, all time. Matched up with people like John Tavares, that was outstanding in his rookie season. Defensively, Macklin has really found its game. He is one of the best two-way players we've seen come in their rookie season from a long time. So I do think Macklin deserves this. Obviously, the list of names he was put up with are awesome as well. But listen, Casey, Macklin Celebrini is a generational talent. Maybe not super generational, but he is for sure a franchise player for the Sharks organization.
Oh, definitely. No doubt about it. He's a franchise talent. I mean, this guy coming in, lighting up the league in his first year on a team that, didn't have the best season, but they have like 15 wins all year. I kind of want to say that's what the number was, but I think just having such an impact, him alongside Will Smith and William Eklund, just seeing these guys progress through the season and losing a lot of those games and still, overcoming that pressure of, losing games and still going out and putting on good performances. I think these guys did grow a lot this season, and we're going to see an even better Macklin Celebrini next year because today he got named to be playing for the Team Canada at the World Championship over the summer. So this is going to be a great experience for Macklin Celebrini. Obviously, this is a guy who played phenomenal for the World Junior team during his time there, and now finally going over to play his first, I guess you would say men's pro, international play with the Team Canada jersey on. I think this is going to be electric. It's going to be making me tune into a lot of these games, and I think he's going to have a very big impact to this Team Canada.
And I mean, the biggest thing is looking at his development going over, he's going to soak in so much of top talent around the National Hockey League that's going to be playing with him. He can soak it in from head coaches where we've seen reports that maybe Rick Tocchet, he can learn a bunch from someone that won a Stanley Cup as a coach. You're going to be paired with players that have won Stanley Cups. This is going to help with his development. It's going to be awesome to see him play. That's the main thing as a fan standpoint. But this is a Sharks team that once they start getting experience, they develop a little more. It's going to be a matter of time before they really start to contend again. I mean, looking at about 30 games this season, they only lost it by 1 goal or just 2. This team is so close to actually starting to make a push. I would not be surprised if we've seen Celebrini really take a huge leap going in with this offseason, working with these guys and learning from the pros.
Yeah, I think you definitely have a great point there. I mean, playing with great players is only going to make him an even better player. And I mean, if we get Celebrini next year an even better player than what he already is, he's going to be lighting it up. He could hit 100 points next year if he comes back on fire. I think this guy is like you said, a once-in-a-generation type talent, and it's just so great to see him have such a great start to his career because there's a lot of guys that come in and they have some bad first and second year seasons, but I think Celebrini is the real deal here, and he's going to be a great player for the Sharks for the rest of the future. But we want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you think about Georgiev walking into free agency? What do you think about Celebrini playing for Team Canada? We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. If you want to check out a video we did the other day, it'll be popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, Casey, alongside my co-host, Mark Pye. We'll catch you in the next one.